So now we have created the database and we are successfully getting the values, form values. Now we need to connect with our database. We need to connect our all pages, our login page and registration page with the database. But if you don't want to write that connection code in all pages, what you need to do is just create another file and write that connection code in that file and include that file in all pages where you want to connect your database. Okay, just include that file. You don't need to um, write that connection code again and again. Okay, so now let's create a new file. Control N is the shortcut for creating a new file. Oops, another one is created, sorry for that. I'm gonna save this. And where should I put this? Outside. Yeah, outside is good, but you can create a folder and you can write include there. You can put that, but I'm putting this outside. It doesn't matter, you can put that in a folder if you like, to make this look more clear and more clean, I guess. Connect.php. Okay, I'm gonna write the connection code here. PHP open tag. Oops, what that? PHP closing tag. Okay, to connect with the database, what you need to do is create a variable, and I'm gonna write con. You can name this whatever you want. And now I'm gonna write MySQL I underscore connect. This function is used. You can see it says it takes these, you can say, values or parameters. This function is used to connect with the database. The first thing that you need to provide here is the name of your host. And now we are using localhost. Just write localhost. And if you are uploading this form on your website, you don't need to change this. You can write localhost in there too. Okay, but where you need to change it, when you are connecting with the database of another website server, or with another database that is not in your server, that is somewhere else on the internet, there you need to provide your localhost or whatever the host name there here. Okay, in this parameter. But now just keep it localhost, or if you want to upload it on your website, just keep it localhost. Don't change it. Okay, first thing is localhost. Second thing is the username of your host. Now the username of my localhost is root. Yours too. If you have not wrote any username or password to your host, just write root. Okay, and now it's time to write password for your database. Okay, for your server, sorry, not database, for your server. And there is no password to my server. Okay, I have not set any password to my server. I'm leaving this empty. And fourth parameter that you need to provide is the name of your database, that is registration. You can see here, registration. Oops, not like that, in quotes. Registration. Good. Now we have successfully connected with our database. I'm not sure if we are successfully connected or not. To make sure you are connected successfully or not, just write a check. If my SQL I underscore connect add no. This basically, if there is an error, it will return the error that we got while connecting with the database. So I'm gonna echo error occurred while connecting with the database, and I'm gonna concatenate that with this. You can copy and paste it. This basically returns the error. Okay, whatever the error while connecting with the database. Now let's check if we are successfully connected, but we have to add this connect.php in our index.php file, because we want to connect this file, this page, this sign up page with our database. Okay, here we are getting the values and we will save them in the database. So let's connect this with the database. To connect this, just include this file connect.php on this file, on this page index.php. To include this, just type include. Include function is used to include external files. You can use required, you can use require once, include once, all does the same, but there's a little bit difference between them. Include function is used to include files, any files you want. Include once is used to include file only for once. Okay, require, same for require basically you can use require if some files are important or required for your functionality or your system to run. You can use require, and if you only want to require once, just use require once function. Okay, but I'm using include. You can use include to connect dot php. So now let's check if our database connects with if our application connects with the database, or our page connects with the database. See, no error occurred. It means we are successfully connected with the database. So now it's time to validate these values. Okay, we will validate these values and save them in the database, but we will do that in the next lecture. Okay, in this lecture you have learned how we can connect with our database and how we can add that connection functionality with in other pages. We will do the same for login.php. We will just write this line in the login.php, and that login.php page will be connected with the database. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And if you got any problem doing this, just add a discussion and I will reply as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.